So this video that you're about to watch is a sales call audit that we did with brother Amin, one of the brothers in our consulting program. It was his very first ever call. Obviously, it's his first call, so he kind of fumbled a few things, which we went ahead and corrected. We go ahead and go over that in this video. But also there was a few issues such as the prospect. They were very tough to deal with. They also didn't have their camera on, which anyone that's taken sales calls, you know that plays a huge role on how the call actually goes, having your camera on or not having it on. By the way, I'm at the Pyramids of Giza. I hope you guys enjoying this view here with my family. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed this call. It's a sales call audit. We'll be uploading Amin's second call, which went 100 times better. He went ahead and implemented everything that we mentioned on this call. His second call went 100 times better. And as of 3 days ago, I'll go ahead and put up some screenshots here. Amin actually closed his first client, and he also closed 2 other clients just a few days later through the client acquisition system that we've been able to implement in his business, which out of the 5, he's doing paid ads and cold calling. So the whole idea is that what we do is we will go ahead and hire and place cold callers, in this case in his agency, and they're doing the calling on his behalf, where his job is simply to get on a call and go ahead and close them as customers. So check out this video. Hope you get some value from it, and then check out other links on the channel of other sales call audits. And if you are someone who is looking to start your own online business, just like brother Amin have me help you step by step over Zoom, there's going to be a link down below where you can go ahead and learn more and see if you are a good fit to join our program. With that said, I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll talk to you later. So let me go ahead and just make note of a few things. Okay, a few things that I think went wrong with the call. So number one, camera. So the first thing is the people you got on a call with, they didn't have their camera on. I think that played a huge role into the meeting going the way it went. Because when they don't have their camera on, they could easily be doing whatever. When you have your camera on, you're going to conduct yourself in a different way. Some people turn their camera off to eat. Some people will, like this. Some people do be doing whatever, right? So making sure that the customer has their camera on. And one way you can get the customer to have their camera on is, number one, they'll probably be like, especially in your case, you ask them, they were having an audio issue. You could ask them, they say, can you hear me? You're like, yes, I can hear you, Ron, or I can hear you, Michael, but I don't see you yet. That insinuates that turn your camera on, I can't see you. Now, let's say they don't turn the camera on. What I personally like to say is there by chance you guys can turn your camera on just so I could feel like I'm talking to someone directly, if that's okay with you guys? Ask for permission. In my case, especially like I get on a call with Muslims, I'll say, Akhi, is there by chance you can turn your camera on, or are you around family? And if that's the case, that's totally fine. Because if someone is around his sister, they probably don't want to turn their camera on, or they're in the background. But I'm saying it in a way where it's like, hey, dude, unless you are sitting with your family, your wife, your sister, like turn your camera on so we can actually have a conversation. And most of the time, they will turn their camera on. So I think number one, the fact that they didn't have their camera on really allowed the call to go the way it did. Number two, there was audio issues. Do you know if by chance their audio was already connected, they just had their mic muted, or was the audio still connecting? Because there was about like almost a minute wait.
Yeah, I think the audio was still connecting, to be honest, because
Okay.
it didn't look like, I didn't see a mic icon on it.
Yeah. So if you look at next time you get on a Zoom call, remember this, you'll see it'll say audio connecting. It'll be 3 dots bouncing.
Right.
When those 3 dots are bouncing, it means that the audio has not connected yet. So if you say anything, they won't be able to hear you. Until that mic checks, then that's when they can hear you. So just something to keep in mind. If someone gets on a call and those 3 dots are bouncing, they can't hear you. So just wait. As soon as it checks, that's when you talk. The second thing is you want to know that because you want to be the first person to say the first thing when the call starts. As soon as you see that check mark, hey Mike, how you doing? Welcome to the call, right? You're the one that initiates the call. So I think, like I said, the first thing was the camera and then the audio. So the audio was still connecting. The biggest issue that I saw with this meeting, Akhi, is that you weren't in control of the meeting. They were in control of the meeting. And again, a part of that is because they didn't have their camera on. And these guys seems like they've been getting on calls like this with other people. They probably you're not the first person they got on a call with. So a lot of what I heard from these guys was they've already got on a call with people like you. So they're just like, dude, I just want to know the price. There is more things which we'll go through in the call right now, step by step. But I think what you could have also done when they said, okay, we're not interested. You said it's 2,000. They said, okay, we're not interested. You could ask them, okay, no worries. Like instead of just saying, okay, bye, right? You could ask them, okay, no worries. Can I ask why? That's too much. It's too much, 2,000. Like like the last guy pitched us 1,000. That's 2,000 is too much. That's fair enough, but I haven't even told you guys what I can do for you guys. You don't even know what that 2,000 is for yet. And it's true, they don't know what that 2,000 is for because you didn't have time to explain to them the process. So even then, you could have still like saved the meeting or not. They probably still wouldn't have bought regardless, but you could have at least brought the meeting back to where you're like, okay, let me share with you guys my pitch deck and show you this because you're just seeing 2,000 rather than seeing everything that happens with this, right? So I think the meeting, I mean, it was good. I think you did much better than most people on their first call, but I definitely think there's a lot of things that you could have done that if you do on the next call, your next call will be much better. Okay. So I'm gonna, inshallah, go ahead and share with you my screen. And we'll go through this call and we'll break this down. Yeah, bro. I mean, you do this enough times, Akhi. You do this enough times, like you'll be surprised where you'll be at in a few months. You know, it's like it's just not about being discouraged because like if a call already went like this, then it's like, okay, what if I can be in 20% better? How good will the next call be? Right?
Meeting is being recorded.
Okay. So we're
Hello,
good.
Ramon. I think you're on mute. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
I think I asked you this. Did you know that they were on mute? Did you see that they were on mute or not yet?
No, I didn't even know. I just couldn't hear them.
Did you know about the dots and the check mark for the audio?
No, I had no idea.
Okay, so now you know. So if you see the dots bouncing, don't even say anything because they won't be able to hear you, right? Instead, they're gonna on their end is gonna show that they're connecting to their audio. So in that case, they're looking at you. So you're just like you're just waiting, just wait until it connects. The second it connects is when you start. Hey, Mike, welcome to the call. How are you, man? All right, that's the second it connects. But for now, you wouldn't say nothing, right? Because think about it in their end, what they will feel like they know that they're connecting their audio, and then you look lost. So already, it's like the first impression I see of you is like you looking lost, which doesn't set the tone, right? But now you know, right? Now you know. So
Hello, hello.
what I would even do is if it's like taking more than 5 seconds, open up the chat and say, "We'll wait for you to connect your audio." Because in this case, it took them like a minute for the audio to connect. So you can just say, "We'll wait for you to connect your audio."
Oh, yes.
All right.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, yes. Yep, I hear you fine. How's it going? I'm here with Ramon. My name is Brandon. 1 second. Let me show.
So already, again, the audio on their end, there's like an echo.
Okay, right. Here's the top right. Three times ago. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties. No worries, all good. So my name is Brandon. I'm here with Ramon. I'm just here to just take notes and be assistance. Absolutely, no problem. How's the day going, guys? Tell me what you guys did.
Right.
Absolutely, no problem.
So see,
How's jump right into it.
don't feel discouraged, like be an asshole in a nice way. Like you asked him, how are you guys doing? And he said, good. Tell me what you guys do.
How's the day going, guys?
He said, not bad. Tell me what you guys do.
Obviously generate leads. Yeah, so is this sorry.
So you can say, yeah, and I'm more than happy to dive into that. Now is when you ask them to turn on their camera. So let's say they have the camera on, right? But yeah, man, more than happy to dive into that. Okay, are you guys business partners? Are you who's the owner of XYZ Media or XYZ company? Always control the meeting, right? If you say it like the way you say it is that you're saying it in a nice way. You're like, yeah, I'm more than happy to dive into that. I'm just curious, are you guys business partners or who's exactly is the owner here? They can't say, oh, you're rude. No, instead they'll respect you more because they're like, yeah, we can get to that. I gotta know who am I speaking with? What's the connection here? All right, so this is what I would have said here.
Paul or Brandon? Both, Ramon and Brandon. This is Ramon. Okay, so I'm Brandon. Okay, perfect. So I'll just address the both of you then. So basically,
So try to remove basically from your vocabulary. I mean, don't worry too much about silence. If you have to take a second to gather your thoughts, do so. It's better than using so or any filler words.
So where are you guys calling from today? Mississauga. Okay, perfect. So where about are you? I'm about.
So he mentioned Mississauga. Don't wait for him to ask you where about are you. You could be like, oh, okay, that's only a couple of hours away from me. I'm actually here in Montreal. Don't wait for him to ask you. Instead, again, this is a small talk. You should have the script next to you in the beginning as well. Right now, you're making small talk.
So I'm in Ottawa, actually. Okay. Yeah, not too far out. So yeah, so we can just drive right in and get started. So, you ready to go? Okay. Perfect. So, I'm super excited for this call. It's great to have you guys on. Basically, how this call is going to go and how usually I conduct it is first I start off by asking a couple questions. I prepare to understand where you're currently at. And essentially, we'll get you to book a call today. So I just want to learn more about your business, your goals, where you're at, and this will help us basically get some clarity on the next steps. Then after we got some clarity.
Okay, so real quick, I mean, these guys are doing exactly what? What are they doing exactly? Is it kitchen remodeling, bathroom remodeling, roofing? What is it exactly?
Bathroom.
Bathroom remodeling, right? Okay, so the script that you have is a script. Use it as a framework. You don't want to copy it word for word. You want to make it specific to your niche. So in this case, when you are the script says, what I'm going to do in this call is ask you a few questions, see where you're at, what your goals are, what got you to book a call. These are set of questions that you have to take and make specific to your niche. So if your niche, if in this case, if these guys are doing bathroom remodeling, right, you would take that and make those questions specific to bathroom remodeling. You want to be honest with the script. It's not like a selling tactic. It's more so, it's like, I really need to know what you guys do and what you guys' goals are in order for me to be able to help you. So I think here it comes off as like, oh, it's a script, it's ingenuine. Rather, here what I would say. So the way I conduct these calls is I start by asking questions specific to you guys. What is it exactly that you guys do? Are you guys just doing bathroom remodeling? Maybe you're doing any kitchen remodeling as well. Maybe you're doing something else. What are is you guys' goals? Are you guys looking to get one more lead a month? Are you guys looking for 20 leads a month? What are you guys looking for? Are you guys looking for a marketing agency that is just going to run ads on Meta? Are you guys looking for someone who can help you with the lead management, verifying the leads, calling the leads? I basically want to know exactly what you guys' goals are. Once I understand you guys' goals, I'll go ahead and explain to you exactly how and if I can even help you. And if I can help you, great. We're going to go ahead and go over our services and see how those can be how those can help you. If not, then that's totally fine and no hard feelings. Imagine me mentioning that to them. They're like, okay, he really needs to know this because, of course, the guy doesn't know if we do this or that. He doesn't know if we need 1 or 20 leads. He doesn't know even if he can help us because he doesn't even know the kind of services that we want. We're looking for this. Maybe he's offering this. So that is it's more genuine, and it allows them to allow you to ask your questions. What I would do here is the beginning part, you have to craft those specific to your niche. Whatever you say has to be specific to the people that you're talking to. Right? It's not just getting I want to know what you guys' goals are, what brought you to this call. I know why I obviously came to this call to get more leads, but rather than just saying what made you book a call with me, you can say that in a different way. What is it exactly that you are looking for? That's what I want to know. So then I can see if our services can help you. And if they can, great, we'll talk about that. If they can, that's fine. So this is what I would have did here differently.
If you're a good fit for our services, I'll walk you through like what that means, what that entails, and we hopefully can get started today. If you're not a good fit, no problem, I'll let you know, and there are no hard feelings, all right? Mm-hmm.
So you see, the guy's just like, they're not engaged. And again, it's because his camera's not on. I bet you if his camera was on, it'd be different.
Perfect. So we'll get started. So basically, you obviously booked this call. I'm assuming for more leads and sales. Am I correct? That's correct. Yeah. Perfect. So the best place to start would be. Sorry, what was the name of your company? Give me 1 second.
Yeah. So you see, I mean, these guys are they're being rude in a nice way. Hey, sorry, what was the name of your company? Same way they are to you, the same way you have to be to them. Now, in this case, if they don't know the name of your company, this is probably something on your end that you should have done. And maybe they didn't even open the emails, but here on your end, you should have. And again, when I'm telling you this, like there's still so much that you have to do. So don't take like everything too hard. But the whole idea is like they should know who you are before they get on a call. You should have videos going out to them. Hey, this is Amin from Catalyst Media Work. What I'm going to do in this video is break down exactly how you and I in 12 hours, when we get on a call, I'm going to show you exactly how we can help you. That way you can make the most of the call. Here's exactly how I can help you, right? So by the time they get on the call with you, if they watch this video, they already know the pitch. They already know the services you're going to help them with. They already know your company. They've seen your case studies and everything. They don't have to go ahead and search it on the call, right? So in this case, this guy is doing what we should be doing. He's interrupting you, right? And it's like, you have to maintain, bro, right? You have to maintain the call, even if it loses you the call. Even if it loses you the call. I'll tell you this. Why? Because it loses you this call, the next call, you're not going to lose it. If it loses you this call because this guy's like alpha, he's like this, and you guys are butting heads, it's okay. Don't worry. you're going to lose him. But the next customer, when you're maintaining authority of the call, they're going to fall in place and actually allow you to do what you need to do, which is conduct the meeting.
So yeah, so basically, what motivated you to even spend some time on, speaking to me today?
So he's asking,
what was the name of your company?
he's asking about the name of the company. So what I would have done here, let's say, you could give me 1 sec. I'll be like, well, you know what, Renez, to make this meeting more effective, brother, what I'm going to do in about a few minutes is I'll share with you anything that you would like. I can share with you some case studies that we've done. I can share with you our website and so on and so forth. But to really keep this meeting moving along, really want to know a few things. So if you guys don't mind, I would like to ask a couple of questions. Bring it back. Just like how when he asked you, you didn't call him rude or you didn't say, I don't want to talk to you no more. You gave him the answer. Same thing with him. It's like, hey, dude, I just need a few minutes. 5 minutes. I'll show you whatever you need to show you. Let me just ask my questions first. And he would have stopped and he would have asked them. So this is how you can rebut. So again, as you can see, this whole thing is like authority. It's just maintaining authority.
Basically, what motivated you to even spend some time on, speaking to me today?
So what I would say here, I mean, okay, this is one thing that, especially people like this guy, you don't want to tell people, what made you book a call with me today? I'll tell you why you don't want to just say that. If someone books a call with you, they probably saw an ad, they probably communicated with you online, and they booked a call to get an outcome. In this case, is to generate more leads. So rather than just saying, what made you book a call with me today? You can say the same thing, but differently. You can say, now, obviously, Mike, I know you booked this call because you are looking to get more leads for your business. I assume that is the case. To kind of hear it directly from you, what would you say is your overall motivation to go ahead and book this call? When you tell them that, they're like, yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking to get more leads. The reason I'm on this call with you is because we worked with an agency in the past and they couldn't deliver on their promise, right? And he can actually give you a more honest answer than just telling you, oh, we're just looking for more leads. Or honestly, some people like this guy might take it the wrong way. They'll be like, what do you mean? Why did I get on a call with you? Like, obviously, I'm on this call because I'm looking to get more leads. I saw your ad and I opted in. So you want to make it easy for people to answer these questions. And the way you do that is by addressing the elephant in the room. It's like, hey, I know you're obviously on this call because you saw our ad. It talks about helping you get more leads, specifically how we do that with people like yourself. But to kind of hear it from you guys directly, what would you say is your overall motivation to book this 30-minute meeting with me? It's so much easier for them to answer it that way. So make it easy for the customers to answer by addressing the obvious, which is why they booked the call with you. Okay? And understand, why do we ask this question? Every question you ask has to have a reason behind it. Why do we ask them, what made you to book a call with me today? All right, or at least the way that I mentioned it. You're here to book a call because you want more. Why do we ask them this question? We ask them this question, especially the way that we worded it, because it will tell us what it is that they are looking for. What is maybe a problem that they had, or what is their motivation? What are they looking for? What is that transformation they're looking for? If they tell us, yeah, man, we got on a call with you because we just literally fired our last agency 2 days ago. They said they were going to deliver us results, but they couldn't. Guess what? That gives you ammo to now give them another response. Man, sorry to hear that. That's very unfortunate. I'd actually like to learn exactly what it is or why they couldn't generate you what they were able to generate you, right? Or you carry on with the conversation, right? Because now you know their pain point. You know, like, okay, these guys just fired an agency and now they're shopping. So they're serious. So I just got to make sure I do better than that last agency.
We obviously need more leads.
So he said we obviously need more leads, right? And this guy actually did a good job. The buddy that he said that is next to him, he did a good job here of telling you everything that he needs. So we'll go ahead and just play that real quick.
And we're looking to expand our coverage and obviously cut back on marketing costs. That's a big plus. If we have a good return on our money spent, we're looking to partner up with new avenues, new companies, marketing spend. There's obviously, there's probably dozens and dozens of lead sites, but we're looking for one that really gives us the best return on our spend. And we find a lot of the platforms are more of a, a chance on us, spend $5,000, $6,000, sign a contract, and, if you don't get any leads, it's your problem. So we're not looking to take risks. We're looking for something that's kind of fair and equitable. We've come across some platforms that offer, pay per lead kind of service. Some platforms have commission-based pricing, and depending on reputation, we would be open to a 12-year plan, 12-month plan. Ideally, we're looking for someone that can kind of give us like a free trial, or if they do like per lead pricing, we like to sign up for that and see how it goes. What kind of pricing structure do you use?
Okay, so bro, this guy gave me I literally just wrote 5 things right now. This guy gave you everything that you need. Okay, so First of all, let's address this. So what kind of pricing that you guys use, all right? It could be like, more than happy to talk about that, John, but just real quick, just so I make sure I got this right. What you are looking for, you just told me, is you're looking to cut back on your marketing cost. That's one thing I heard. You know that there is other directories that promise you like pay $5,000 and we'll get you X amount of leads, right? Like some directories like Home Advisor, Angie's List, so on and so forth, that you guys are familiar with. But with that, it's you're paying 5,000, you're not sure exactly if you can get results. You're looking for something that isn't high risk, and you're willing to innovate when it comes to pricing. So even if someone would offer pay per lead or a trial, that's something that you're interested in. And lastly, you're willing to do even something 12 months if it makes sense for you. So would you say that's about accurate? You read back to him exactly what he told you, which, oh, by the way, all those things are like great. You want someone like that, right? So would you say that's accurate? Be like, yeah. Say, well, honestly, man, I mean, you guys will see in a little bit, but I think we could definitely help you out with a lot of these, especially the high risk thing, because we have a guarantee in place that I think you guys will love. And yes, I'll definitely get to the pricing. But another question I had for you is, what have you guys tried for marketing? Have you guys worked at the marketing agency, or have you guys only did using these business directories? So now you go back. See how I'm like they keep pulling me away, but I'm bringing back to a straight line. I'm happy to answer that. I will answer that. I will get to it. But hey, with all due respect, let me conduct the call. You're here looking for a service from me. Let me conduct the call. And you say that in a nice way. It's like, hey, man, I'm happy to talk about the pricing. We can definitely go over our pricing structure. We actually have a couple of options I think you guys will like. But just to go ahead and make sure that what I heard is right, and then you list out the things that he just mentioned to you. Imagine how different the call would have been had we brought them back and did that, right? So let's see here.
Yeah, for sure. So, that really just depends on your situation. We do a monthly thing. So usually what we do is just we have a regular flat rate that we charge our clients, and we just go monthly. So, and it's no commitment. So basically you can kind of just end the contract whenever.
Okay, so just again, I mean, when you're mentioning this, you could tell it's your first time that you've actually did this on a call.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It is your first time. What I would do is I would rehearse this literally in your room, right? You could ask yourself like, hey, what does your pricing look like? And then you rehearse it to yourself. So what would I have done here? Here I would have done, yeah, our pricing is pretty straightforward, right? But at the same time, I know it's hard to get people to commit because at the end of the day, it's taking your hard-earned money is not going to guarantee your results. So we have a guarantee in place. All right, we have a guarantee in place. If we don't hit a certain amount of leads for you per month, we continue working the following month for free. Right. And there's a part here where you mentioned, we've had people that did free trials high in the past. You mentioned high and dry, and they got actually asked high and dry. Let's actually play it right now, and we can get to it.
So it's more flexible for clients to navigate that way, right? Okay. So, what makes it so unique? Yeah. So, I mean, like you mentioned,
what makes you so unique, bro? You have everything about you is unique, dude. I'm telling you. Like, imagine this. You are an AP, which I'm here to help you anytime that you want. You have the back end that you're offering to customers. You have paid ads, someone who can deliver the results for you. You're already 99% ahead of anybody else that is starting a marketing agency. I'm telling you that, bro, for real. Because a lot of these guys, they'll probably go through a course. Now, you are showing up. You are willing to do the work and consistently show up to actually make it a reality. There are some other people who are not showing up. There are some people who are giving up, even though they probably in what is arguably one of the best programs to actually start a service-based business. What I will tell you is you have something outside of what you have here, you have something of value, bro. Not only can you provide them paid ads, but you can literally solve their whole back end. And the fact that you have a guarantee in place is just a cherry on top. So that's what makes you unique. So now that you have taken this call, you know a bunch of situations that you've been in, and you can prepare for those should they come up again. What makes you unique? Well, I think a few things make us unique. Number one, most agencies are a commodity. They're just there to offer you paid ads. And if I'm being honest with you, you could probably go hire someone from India for $500 to do ads for you. Now, granted, you're going to have to manage them and whatnot, but most agencies are a commodity. I would say that's one thing that makes us unique. Number two, what most people do is they have an incomplete offer. They're offering you paid ads rather than offering you a holistic solution. Listen, I can get you the leads. I can run the ads for you and get you the leads. But if you don't have the back end to nurture them, to automate, to do everything that you need from A to Z, then it's like pouring water in a bucket that has holes. There's so many leads that are going to fall through the crack and so much money that you're leaving on the table. And third thing, Mr. Client, what makes us unique is that we have a guarantee in place. If we don't hit X amount of leads for you per month, you do not pay the following month. So I would say those are the three main things that would make us unique. So prepare for that. And for me, I did like if someone, I'm answering this for you right now. How did I come up with this? Because I know this is what you offer. And maybe because I've been doing this for so long, I'm like, okay, here's what he offers. Here's what I can say. Maybe this is because it's your first time, but now you know. That's what makes you unique, bro. You don't even have to mention that I just spent 10 grand in a program that's going to help me step by step. You don't have to mention that. What you can mention is the benefit of that. We have a guarantee. We're not a commodity. We help you from end to end. Right. So this is something that I would have said here.
A lot of different marketing agencies out here. There's a lot of risk involved with marketing generally, So you can make a big investment with a certain like marketing company. However, if you don't get your return back and they just let you, lead up to that because they didn't have a guarantee, they just let you, they just brought you some leads. Okay, you didn't close them or they provided you.
So till now, I mean, you still didn't mention your guarantee and you still didn't mention why you're unique. You're talking about other people. Talk about you, right?
Type of, help in regards to the sales as well. So us, what makes us different because we do have a guarantee. If we don't bring you leads or like, let's say we guarantee like 10 leads a month, if we don't get you the same leads every single month, you don't pay for the next month. So the reason we originally we were offering free, we did a free trial where we give the first month free and then second month it's the offer continues. However, we realize that does bring in not the best clients. We have a.
So I know what you're saying here. I know exactly what you're mentioning here. And it's okay to position it like this. What you're basically saying is we don't want to offer free trials because of this reason. It's going to attract the wrong customers or you're going to attract this. But you didn't say it the right way. You could have said some agencies will offer free trial. And they offer free. And look, if I offered free trial, I know I would have many more customers. But that attracts the wrong customer. Look, at the end of the day, you're trying to build a business. This is why you're here to get leads. I'm trying to build a business too. I need to get paid for my services. And if I offer free trials, quite frankly, it's going to attract me people who just want a free trial and maybe have no intentions of signing up with us afterwards. Not all of them, but some of them are going to do that. I'm here to build a business. I don't want to attract these kind of customers. I want to attract people who are willing to pay $2,500 a month with a guarantee in place, but are not looking for a free trial. So we've tried free trials and we realize it attracts the wrong customers. Instead, what we have realized is the best model is to collect money up front, but have a guarantee in place. That way, if we don't hit set amount of leads per month, then you have no risk on your end. But what this does is it filters the people who are serious from the people who are just looking for a free trial. I would like to assume you guys are actually people who are not just looking for a free trial. Rather, you're looking for results. You're looking for a partnership because you told me you're willing even to do 12 months. Imagine the difference between the two. Now you're basically like, hey man, I'm here ready to work with people who are serious. And if you are looking for a free trial, go to the next guy. There's so many agencies that will offer you a free trial. But if you are willing to put your money down and at the same time have a guarantee in place where if something happens, you're not at a loss, then that's what we can offer you. So I think again, a lot of this is just like the way you communicate. And it's just a matter of like being in a situation to know how to react to that situation. And I think this call, if anything, this call alone will help you tremendously because even the next call, you're going to implement things, but it's not going to be as many mistakes. Right? It's going to be fewer mistakes. The more audits that we do, the more fewer mistakes you'll have.
All your clients that we want to work with, we don't want to work with someone that'll just like leave us high and dry out of nowhere. So that's the problem we were fixing with that, right? So
now he asked.
So what do you mean by high and dry? Yeah. Like if we sign up with a client right now.
So these guys are like really vetting you. They're like really vetting you, which is good, right? They should vet you. But even here, when I would say high and dry, I was like, okay, if I'm being honest, it's people that are just looking for a free trial. There's many people online that just want a free trial. They go from one agency to the other for free trials. We don't want that. We want people who are willing to put their money where their mouth is, and at the same time, we'll be able to help them get the results. And if we can't get the results, there's a guarantee in place, right?
They do happens is next month we do bring you the 10 lead pay will continue on from there. They're getting good leads. There's no reason that they would drop you.
Yeah.
If you're running a business and you're getting good leads, there's no reason that they would drop you.
Yeah, I would agree with you, man. I would totally agree with you. But believe it or not, there are businesses like that that are just looking for that free trial, right?
Exactly. So why weren't they happy? What happened there? It's not out of being like happy or not. It was just like when it's a free offer, you get everyone, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So what's your price look like then?
So what's your price look like? So again, the meeting, like it's hard to like give you this, like the meeting is everywhere. Like there's so many things that went wrong with the meeting, right? The structure itself. So it's hard for me to tell you like here you should say this, right? Instead, what I would say if you just got to bring them line. What does your pricing look like? Like you got to bring them back to that straight line. So I think from now to the end of the meeting, I think there's really no point to watch the rest of it, because the whole bottom line, Akhi, is just keep a straight line, maintain a straight line, maintain authority. Don't feel bad to say, hey man, shut your mouth, let me talk, I'll answer your questions, right? In a respectful way. Hey, what makes you unique? What is your price? Hey, I'm more than happy to answer that. Just real quick, I want to make sure that, and then you go back and you ask a question. So let's just hear this. You
Like,
can see here.
I'll just like I'll expand a bit on like how they left and everything.
So here you kept on going with that.
Go ahead. Information and particularly. So yeah, I understand something here. What's your website?
So one thing I would also do, I mean, is I would work on my website. Akhi. Spend some time working on your website, man. Even if it's like a couple hours, 3 hours, just make it look a little bit better. Add an image, add your image there, man. Add a picture of you there. Like make it look a little bit better, because people are gonna be curious. They're gonna look you up, And by the way, they should not have to look you up. If people have to look you up, it has to be only because they didn't open any of the emails you sent them. They should know everything about you, dude. Like for me, in my example with the consulting agency, before someone even gets on a call with me, assuming they open up the thing, they know so much about me. They know what I was doing in 2016. They know what I was doing in 2018. They even know that I lean more conservative, right? Like as I talk about these things in the VSL, right? They know that I've did drop shipping, that I've did affiliate marketing. They know I've invested in programs. They know I've spent over 50 grand in courses. They know all of these things about me before I even talk to the very thing. So if people are getting on a call with you and they don't even know your website or they don't even know any of this, that's a disservice on you. They should know these things. Don't wait for them to ask you about yourself. Let them know that ahead of time. And the way you do that is within those 3 emails. I mean, eventually, like I know you're just starting right now, but eventually you should have a lot of stuff about yourself, Like in those 3 days that they are waiting to get a call, share some things about you. You can even share the fact that you're an IT guy. Let them know more about you so that that they're more comfortable. Because guess what? The same exact person they're going to book a call with next is it's the same scenario. There's a lot of anonymity with these people. They're like, oh, I know. I mean, he's that tech guy, Muslim tech guy in the US, just recently got married or doing this, right? Versus some guy named Paul. I don't even know anything about this guy. I don't even know his website. So, these are just some things that I would add in here as well.
So you're more of a traditional ad agency. We are a lead gen agency.
So now he's looking at your website. He's probably seen that you guys are able to offer other things than just paid ads, right?
Yeah, but what we offer is I do have another question for you guys. You guys mentioned that you did do marketing in the past.
And I like this. To see you're trying to bring it back, for your first call. That's why I was like, for your first call, you did great. Like you try to bring it back, But I think at this point it was too late,
Yeah. The marketing team.
This guy's like,
yeah.
You guys charged.
Okay, so with your marketing team, like, what kind of marketing were you guys doing?
This should have been done earlier.
Tell me before I waste a lot of time.
This guy seems like he's Italian. What are you looking for? Tell me before I waste a lot of time. Right? So like right now, I would, like again, the meeting's already like at this point, if I was in your position, I would explain to him this is our fee. But if you conducted the call the way you should have, right? There's some things that you can bring him back to the call, right? But at this point, he's just asking for the fees. So
what fees are you looking for? Like how much for our services? Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, no. So we have our CRM and we have our regular flat rate. Our regular flat rate is 2,000 a month. Okay, thank you. Our CRM. Okay, thank you. We're not interested. Okay, no problem. All right, take care.
Yeah. So the only thing I would have done here is like, I'm sorry. Why are you not interested? No, man, that's too much money. I would say, okay, well, if I'm gonna be fair, I haven't even showed you guys what you're getting for 2,000. No, we're not interested. Okay, in that case, okay, no worries, right? But at this point, like, kids in their mind, we're looking more leads. That's it. That's all they think about, looking leads. And guess what? They're like, that guy was willing to charge us $100 per lead, and this guy's charging us 2,000. It's like 100 versus 2,000. Or one guy was charging us only 1,000. This guy's gonna charge 2. So those that's that. I mean, I like your reaction here. You're like, what the hell just happened? This right here is priceless right here. Let's see. This is priceless right here. It's like, what the hell just happened?
Oh my god, what the hell? I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the world of business, Akhi. Welcome to the world of business. Yeah.
So it is, huh? Wow, man.
I will tell you this, Akhi. Once you understand how to conduct a sales call properly, and once you're convicted on the value that you can provide to your customers, getting on these calls will be so great, man. It'll be to the point where you're like, man, I really wish I get an asshole person on the call, so I can like really test You're like, man, all these calls have been easy. People are nice, no objections, no that. Like it's gonna get to the point where you're like, give me someone who I could like really test my sales skills. you know? And I will tell you this, if there's something that I have to say to give you some glad tidings, I mean, number one would be you are offering something that is of value to these guys, that $2,000 or whatever you're charging for it is nowhere near the value that they are going to get. On top of that, you have a guarantee in place for those who are risk averse. Hey man, if we can't get you this set number of leads, we have a guarantee in place, right? So if you, in your heart, if you know that you can deliver results for these people, that should fuel you to go out there and pitch people. It should fuel you to take these sales calls to make you not be nervous. You could be nervous and say, you know what, maybe this is just like this is my first, second, or third call, so of course I'm going to be nervous. But at the end of the day, all that matters is that I know I can deliver results for these guys. Why? Because I have a media buyer who has a proven track record of getting them results. I have something of value that I know these guys need. So that right there, because if you're selling something that's like BS, if you're selling something that's like quote unquote a scam, if you're selling something that you genuinely know won't help someone, then you're gonna feel guilty by default, and you're not gonna be able to go out there and sell it. But if you know that you can sell this thing and it can actually help people, you should make it a priority for you to sell it. And I would say it's a service for you not to sell it. And this a perfect example of this is with my client Zad Institute and a couple other clients as well. They're Muslims selling stuff to other Muslims, and these guys like Zad Institute, for example, the guy spent 10 years in Azhar studying, right?
Yeah.
So the idea of him like selling something to another Muslim is like it's something that is it's like scary, right?
Yeah.
In my case, I'm like, okay, what are you doing? What are you selling to these guys? You're selling them your time in the ability for them to be able to learn the Quran properly. Isn't that correct? He's like, yes. I said, Akhi, I personally think it would be a disservice for you to not do that. It'd be a disservice for you not to get on a call and get these people to sign up. It would be a disservice for you because imagine what the transformation you're holding back from these people. Because you are scared to sell, because you are being selfish to get on a call and tell someone, hey man, this is how much our program costs. This is the calls I'm gonna have with you. These are the assignments. This is our institute. Because you are shy and you are embarrassed to do that, you are holding back someone's transformation to be able to read the Quran fluently, to be able to understand the word of Allah, to be able to teach that to their kids, to their families, to their husbands, to their wives. That should fuel you to actually go out there and sell these people on this thing. He's like, you know what, Akhi, that is so true. I never looked at it that way. And it's like, you have to look at it that way, right? Because you're an honest person and you have a great product. And it's the same exact idea with you, same exact idea with anyone else, the same exact idea with me. If you wholeheartedly believe that what you are selling is something that can actually help people, in my case, in your case, it's helping businesses. In Zad's case, is teaching people how to read the Quran. In Champion Method's case, is teaching Muslims how to be fit spiritually and mentally. In the sister's case, is selling them products that will help them be more modest, cover themselves, right? Whatever the case may be, if you have a product or a service that can genuinely transform people's lives, it should be a priority. You should make that a priority for you to go out there to sell to people. If you change that mindset and you have that different paradigm shift, I think that will actually help you go out there and conduct these calls more effectively. Yeah.
Describe your voice of it.
Yeah. So
I never thought about it that way. I don't know.
yeah, I know and for the longest I never thought about it that way too, to be honest. And it's one of those things you have to just have the paradigm shift. So I mean, I don't know if you still had any more questions, Akhi, but I do have a call with our low ticket in about it started now actually. Do you want to join that call, Akhi? Because I don't know
Sure.
if you still have questions. Okay, great. So let me end this, and I'll go ahead and start that call in about like 3-4 minutes. I'm gonna be a few minutes. I'm just gonna use the restroom and come back, but I'll send you the link, inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay.
Okay. Talk to you soon. Assalamu alaikum.
Bye.